totally was like, I want to do this. I want to do film. This is very serious.
And I went and tried it out and loved it.
I think that going to Emerson has definitely helped me pave a path.
I was always like, I want to be a director when I grow up, but I didn't know what directing meant.
My name's Ted Perotti. I'm from Connecticut, but I go to school at Endicott College in Massachusetts, and I'm studying communications, specifically filmmaking. One of the best parts of the film industry is that there's so many different roles, and to make the best project, you need collaboration. So you can't just be a one-man band. No matter how much you try, if you want to make something beautiful, if you want to do a verite documentary, if you want to do a narrative piece, if you just want to do commercial projects, you need a team. I'd like to be a producer one day, but if I had to pick right now something to go into, it would definitely be a director of photography or a cinematographer, because I can just be that run and gun guy who has the camera and is getting all this awesome B-roll and good interviews, but if you don't know how to tell a story, then you're not going to go anywhere. Sometimes I look at my college career and I am a little bit pessimistic about it, and I say, oh, well, maybe I should have went to NYU so I could build those contacts and get that in-depth idea. I chose communication with a concentration in film because I thought that that would give me a broader scope of what I'm learning. I think if you're a filmmaker, I think film school is that level up and the next step. So if you are a kid in high school that loves film, loves cameras, loves storytelling, and wants to figure out if they need to go to college or they should just go into the business and start making money, I'd say school is an awesome tool to learn that structuring process and the technicals. And I got experiences at Endicott that I would have never gotten. So I think college is a great place for people to communicate and work together. And it's not just the lectures, it's like the class participation, it's people working with one another, it's building contacts. That's what the best part of a big film school is those contacts and you having those professors that are working in the real world.
I'm Tucker Janal. I'm from Los Angeles, and then this is my brother. I'm Carson Janal I'm from LA too. Yeah. I got into acting because I was invited to a class, like a workshop class, and I went and tried it out and loved it.
I haven't really experienced anything yet.
I guess he's just kind of seen like what I've done. I like it personally because it's kind of just like a big competition, and I'm really into sports. So that's what I view it as. It's just like a big competition, and it's just a way to like be creative, and you can really be whoever you want, kind of.
Kind of just enjoy being on camera, to be honest.
I literally didn't do any acting before moving to LA. And then from there, it's kind of like, it's just like a big network out there that you have to just like wiggle your way through. So when you go out there, just like have a good positive attitude, meeting new people, because it really is like about who you meet and who you know. So I went to the class, met people in class. From class, I got an agent, and then from an agent, that's how you start to get roles and stuff. Mine was all about personal like connection, just like meeting people and then having them like help me. A lot of my friends growing up and stuff, they're always like, yeah, you could do that. It's something that you could do, but it was always just like a background thought. My agent's been pretty good at submitting me for roles that like I would actually be good in, which is high school, college kind of guy, like leading roles is what I'm going for. And she's been doing pretty good at doing that as well. And then on our end, we've been trying to build up like a social media presence through like TikTok, Instagram and stuff, just to engage with other fans.
Yeah, I've kind of focused mainly on the social media aspect of growing my platform and just seeing where it can take me.
Definitely not where I want to go, but like the steps that I've taken so far, I think have been beneficial like in getting me there, but it's just the beginning steps for me. So you reached out like early when things are just getting started.
Yeah, I definitely think we're heading in the right direction, but we're not where we want to be at this point in time.
Ultimately, just like I want to be considered like one of the best like entertainers, like actor, stuff like that. Like that's what if I could get like on their level of like getting nominated for awards, getting offered roles and stuff like that, that would be like, that's where I consider it.
To be honest, I haven't really thought about that question at all. You'll know once you make it, and we're just not there yet.
Just being real and authentic, I feel like is the most beneficial thing to being an actor. If you're on screen and you can like make someone else feel what you're feeling, that's authentic. So that's really what it's all about.
Public speaking, like doing that in front of a class, I tend to struggle with that, but I've gotten a lot better as I've grown on social media, my confidence has gone up a lot. So I feel like that's helped.
People like come on TikTok or whatever, and they're like, yo, were you on this, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll go look you up. So it's free promo for anybody, any show that I'm on or anything that I'm in.
TikTok's a crazy app. You can literally grow thousands of followers overnight.
Well, we started as just us three brothers. We've always been making videos, like social media videos and stuff. And he was like, yo, we can blow up off this app with what we do. It'd be perfect.
So we started making content, and right away, like, our videos got noticed because like we were doing something no one else on the app was doing, with like football catches and stuff like that, like sports. So we got attention kind of right away on the app.
I just set goals for myself every year with acting. Right now, it would just be to book a leading role on like a TV show or a film.
For me, I just want to be able to grow as big as I can while I'm still in school. And so like after, I can set myself up for a bright future and hopefully a career in social media.
My name is Spencer Clark. I'm a junior at Emerson College in Boston, Massachusetts, studying VMA, which is Video Media Arts, but I'm specializing in screenwriting, and I dabble in film score. I'd love to produce, which is like somebody who's actually on set, but I honestly, like, my heart is where writing is, so like pre-production, so like not necessarily on set, but like coming up with ideas. And then I'd love to write and score like the same project one day. It would be lying to say that like I haven't learned anything from the professors and gaining insight on like what paths they took. But like it's an industry that's always changing. So I feel like we kind of have to be like, our generation has to kind of be above like the next one and try to figure out what's going on. I just went to LA, and honestly that experience, just getting myself into a company as an intern and then working in an actual LA studio and just kind of being on my own, living on my own and really trying to get in with multiple companies, I think it taught me more about the business in 3 months than I could have ever imagined. I think like a lot of people think, oh, I'll go to film school and they'll spoon feed me everything I need to know. It definitely will put you in the right place. It'll open a door for you. But ultimately, if you get in that door, if you get in that situation and you haven't put your own time and just like passion into what you're doing, it's pretty easy to cipher out. They care about where you went to get your degree, and they care that you get your degree, but I've learned from people in the industry that this person goes farther, you know, like the person who like just has the better attitude. So I will say that Emerson has totally opened doors for me and gotten me into the position to impress people. So I have to give them some credit, but I wouldn't give their education and their classes and their teaching to me the credit. I think in the beginning, you got to just crank out a bunch of crappy videos that you're going to make and just ideas that you realize like won't flush out as well on camera as you thought. But for me, especially, it's the writing. I have to write every day, but it's something I love doing. So it's not hard for me. I would say just doing things with the intent of, okay, I'm doing this as like, I can't just be having fun with this. I'm trying to totally have fun with this, but also like make a living off of it. I say aim super high. And if you try to aim super high, even if you don't hit the top, if you put in enough work, like you're about to be the best, like you'll fall a little bit below that. After I kind of make a name for myself, like enough, like I want to be able to have the power to be like, here's this script that I am in love with, and here's a score that I'm also in love with. That would be the goal, to just be the owner of something that everybody loves. And I just basically, I take a piece of paper and I scribble all over it. So it's like little ideas like that. Like I'll have them, I'll write them on this piece of paper, and then I'll go to like my screenwriting software and start to like pluck away. I'm somebody who kind of has stayed off of all social media so far. And it's honestly because, if I'm being honest, like I'm scared like to drop things. I see so many people like put out projects, and like this doesn't involve TikTok, obviously. That's just like a fun thing. Like I should probably hop on there and have some fun with it. But I care way more about like it being what I want before I drop it than the intention, like the initial attention I'm going to get from dropping a project. If you are in the position where you can get into one of those top 10 film schools that everybody knows, like do it. But if you're going to owe a bunch of money, like if you're going to come out of college like in a bunch of debt, I can't really say yet because I'm not officially in the industry yet, but I would not do it. Like I would just go to LA. Like, the most learning I ever had, and it sucked some days. Like I was having so much fun, but like it was a lot of work. It's just kind of throwing yourself as a person, like, look, I'll work for free. I'm just trying to get experience. I have all these skills, you know, like they cared that I had as Emerson on my resume, but they loved to see that I drove all the way across the US in a shitty little car just so I would have a car over there so I could actually do business. You know, if you show the passion for what you're trying to get at, you don't need to go to film school. But then again, like I'm saying that at film school currently, and I've definitely learned things. So I think there's so many paths. And if you are patient and you have a lot of passion, you're smooth sailing.
I was always like, I want to be a director when I grow up, but I didn't know what directing meant. My name is Foster White. I am 18 years old. I'm studying digital media with a concentration in filmmaking at Endicott College, and I'm from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. In my leisure time, I watched like Netflix and YouTube 24/7, and so I kind of just assumed that this kind of was my path because that's my passion. I'm not trying to boost my ego here, but like coming into college, I knew a lot about film. I consistently would watch YouTube videos on how to make movies and how to do certain shots and stuff like that, how to edit. I was kind of known in the class, like everyone was really prepared and excited to see mine, which I absolutely loved. It hyped me up a lot. And then coming to college though, I was so happy because it's so much different in the sense that they really analyzed what I did when it came to like the videos I made. But like coming to college, I want to hear what I'm doing wrong from the people who know what they're talking about. One of the most infuriating things that someone said to me in my entire life, and this will stay with me forever. The student said, "Foster, you're way too hard on yourself." Because I was like, I don't want to be the one that's hard on myself. I want my professor to be the one that's cracking down. What's something that a lot of people have a common like misconception about when it comes to film, that you have to go to film school to become a filmmaker. And after going and doing my internship, like I completely agree with that. Especially like being at Endicott, being at a school that's not known for film, you really have to like make the most of it. There's been so many filmmakers, like famous filmmakers. Jordan Peele, he went to film school and then dropped out, just kind of showing that you don't need to go through complete film school to become a filmmaker. Something really interesting that's happening now is TikTok is the biggest platform. That's like the #1 recommendation I could give to anyone that wants to get into making money online is build a following on TikTok. We're in such an infancy stage when it comes to TikTok that you want to get on it right now. The dream, the overall arching dream is to make money actually making movies. Once I get into a major film festival with my short film, once that happens, I think it's going to be validation in my head, because my entire life I've been getting validation from people who don't know what they're talking about. I think that will be kind of like the tipping point of me being like, okay, I know what I'm doing.